So Melyssa Ford has some strong words for Leonardo DiCaprio because he's dating a 19-year-old right now. And then that's his track record. He normally dates women 25 and younger. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. But this is what she had to say.
Leonardo DiCaprio, I just noticed he has a new girlfriend, and she's 19 years old. Is like 50 years old. I'm sorry. I'm not hating. It's getting gross. Like, the older he gets, the younger his girls get. And it's just like, what the... Listen, Leonardo DiCaprio is brilliant. He's very smart. He's intelligent. He's all the things. What the do you have to talk to a 19-year-old about?
Nothing.
I don't see why you would want to.
Nothing. Who said he's talking to this 19-year-old?
Who said something about talking?
See, she knows exactly why he dates 19-year-olds, but she's about to try to turn it into some predatory type of stuff, even though they're two consenting adults. But see, when it's on the flip side, when it's women, they never make this type of argument. They always cheer it on. When it's Cher or Erykah Badu dating younger men, they never had a problem.
She's there for a good time, not a long time.
Nah, but when you start being with them in public and you go on a date, you got to talk to them.
Yeah.
Fam.
It ain't 24 hours when we at the restaurant. You got to be talking.
But doesn't this kind of look like a little bit of like Arrested Development? Like, don't you got where you stopped emotionally growing to a point where you can't really be in a relationship with a woman who's going to offer any kind of like,
or you don't
dimensionalism and
want that. See, that's the thing. A lot of these uber rich don't want that. I want a plaything for right now. This is a toy.
Arrested Development and stopped emotionally growing because he wants younger, tighter women. We about to get to the real reason that she feel like this, though.
And you're assuming that he can go to depths emotionally and intellectually just because he's a great actor.
No, intellectually, he can, but
Says who?
I mean, I've hung out with him.
Oh.
He's really smart.
You didn't seal the deal.
That's why he wanted 19, because you ain't handle your business.
That was hate. I was dating one of his best friends, so that's how I was hanging out with him.
Shot to the heart.
So now we see that she low-key wishes that she could be the woman next to him. She says she finds him intellectually attractive. I'm going to assume she finds him physically attractive. And it bugs her to see him with a younger woman. And she's like, don't you want a more mature woman with more conversation and intellect and emotionalism and all that? She's trying to describe her as what he needs. But she couldn't pounce on him at the time because she was with one of his best friends.
We look at it differently. When a woman is older and she's dating a young dude, you hear the women like, rah, 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 get yours, girl, cheer, 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 hurrah. When a man is doing it, it's like, what she got to offer him?
Y'all remember Stella got her groove back, had all type of cougars out here snatching up young dudes and burning up your baby daddy's cars and everything. Y'all know you did.
No, when older women are dating younger guys, they're usually not picking them up from high school. Like, they're usually dating like, he's in his 20s, maybe his 30s or something like that. If she's like in her 50s, 60s or whatever the case is.
If you're 55 dating a 25-year-old. It ain't no difference if you 50 and dating a 19-year-old.
See what I mean? When it's women, they cheer it on. When it's men, you see how she put the high school connotation on it to try to make it seem predatory. I told you she was going to make this a predatory type of thing.
But here's the thing is, the consistency in which he chooses extremely young women kind of indicates there's
Well, what's the consistency? Explain that for me.
But he does not date less than, or, over 25, 26 years old. And it's like almost as, there's like
how
this.
long these last?
There's, I don't know, maybe a few months to a couple of years. But it's like a pattern where everybody starts to see after she gets above 26, 27, they always break up. Like, it's a consistency thing.
You discard them.
Yeah, there you go.
See, once again, here we go. She's talking about extremely young women. You talking about women that's 25 is extremely young. See, they like to put that connotation on it. But women like Melyssa Ford fully took advantage of this when they were this age. When they were 18 to 25, they fully enjoyed the lifestyle of dating these type of men. It's only when they pass that mark and they're discarded, that's when they start to try to demonize the men and make it look a certain type of way. And this is why a lot of women were so mad at Kevin Samuels for saying it out loud.
I'm not equating this to a 19-year-old, but when Puff was running around with the little city girl, Carisha, I saw everybody saying, oh, he's this age, all of this. And they're like, yo, she's just having fun. He's just having fun. What's the problem? This is an adult.
Oh, he got you now.
This is an adult.
He got you.
Right.
So she's 19. She's an adult. She's having fun with this, however hundreds of $1 million he has, and he's having fun with a young girl. This is what he likes. We don't need long term here. I'm not trying to marry you. I'm not trying to have no babies with you. We're gonna have some fun right now, and then when it's over, it's over.
Right.
Yeah. She going along for the ride. What's the problem?
So pretty straightforward. You know how this works, you know what I'm saying? But see, the thing is, when women get older, some women, they turn on the younger women, like, well, what you see in her? But quick sidebar, too, though, the having fun years, it does go wrong a lot of times. Like, babies come out of that, STDs coming out of that, a lot of broken hearts and relationships come out of that. Just a sidebar, something to think about. But if Leonardo DiCaprio chooses to live the Playboy type of lifestyle, I'm not understanding how women try to act like this is such a weird concept to them.
I know why she wants to be involved with him. She's 19 years old. This is Leonardo DiCaprio. He's got however much, he's famous and rich and blah. Yeah, okay. I get her incentive. But his, it's like this consistency.
I can tell you probably what his could be.
But his same. How do you understand hers but not understand his?
I'm just saying, at what
She's a her, probably.
I'm just saying, at what point does this guy want to have somebody in his life?
That's it.
He might not. He might. That's what I keep saying. Who says he want that?
Maybe never.
Okay.
He might not ever want that. I'm cool living a Playboy lifestyle.
Maybe never.
Okay, well, listen, it was
I
just...
heard he a sniper.
And that's the thing. For him, he may not want to get married and marry an old, but see, the thing is, she keep trying to insert a woman like herself, i.e. herself. Because at what point do you want something old, something better, something more mature? You know what I'm saying? She's trying to insert herself into this thing instead of just accepting that you're 46 and he likes younger women. You don't qualify. We go through this all the time as men. Y'all tell us, do you think right now I could go to Melyssa Ford and qualify to be her man? I'm too broke. And she'll tell you that right off the cuff.
It was...
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
If he said the same thing to you, it would be offensive.
It would be offensive.
What?
It would be offensive. Who says women got to get married? Who says that we
If
got to...
Leonardo said to you, listen here, old honey. Hey, I grew up to you. True. And at what point do you want to get it together, little Miss Mamas? That would be offensive. And women alike would destroy him for talking to you like that.
That is exactly
so. How come you get to say such a thing about him?
I'm just posing the question. I'm just wondering.
Nah, you ain't
Scary times we're living in.
Seriously,
you can't even love who you want to love.
Right.
Joe too. You can't even love who you want to love. You got to flip it on them sometimes because, see, they be going off trying to act like they, you know, who says I want to get married? Listen, cut it out. We know the majority of women want to get married, but if you say that, they try to go flip it and go all crazy on you or whatever.
Well, I think it's weird to date 19-year-olds. They're both consensual adults, so, I mean, hey, man, have a blast.
You said you think it's weird.
I think it's weird. What do you talk to a 19-year-old
I wouldn't do it.
That
I wouldn't do it because I like to talk.
But
everybody doesn't like what I like.
Okay. This is what I'm saying. That is chatty as hell. He likes to talk. He likes to talk about environmentalism. He likes to talk about all his stuff.
He
all
might
of his
have
stuff
somebody
like
that he could talk about that with.
No, he liked talking about those things with y'all.
True.
And that's the thing. They're having this discussion as if he's taking these relationships seriously. We all know why Leonardo DiCaprio is dating 19-year-old women. And it's not to talk. And that Joe made a great point. He liked to talk about that stuff with y'all. He ain't talking to this chick. And I'm going to tell you, real talk. My man ain't lying. He said he wouldn't personally do it because he likes to talk. And that'll be a deal breaker for him dealing with a 19-year-old that can't talk. The idea of dating someone younger is, oh yeah, it's cool. Da, da, da. And then you start talking to him. And then you realize, like, oh, she's 23 and she's a dumbbell. Like, or they just, you know, they just young-minded. And as you have matured, it gets hard to listen to. It gets hard to have a conversation. So, yeah, that's the dating woes of trying to take somebody seriously in a lower age range. But we keep acting like we don't know what Leonardo DiCaprio is here to do. And it's not to talk. So, with that being said, he dates them and discards them by 25. I don't think he's marrying any of these women anytime soon. So, why even? But, hey, this is your boy P. Camp. Tell me what you think about Melyssa Ford and her hating. And put something in the comments for your boy. Get at your boy.